Welcome to video 76 in series 3, and in this video I'm going to write the enemy nav pursue script. Just before I do that though, this is pretty much how my enemy movement system works, and it's comprised of 3 different scripts. First of all, in the update, you can imagine this is running repeatedly in update, or I'll just imagine this is running repeatedly. So can the player see the, can the enemy see the player? Can they detect them? If that is so, then pursue them to the last seen position. So you've already seen that this is covered by the player, the enemy detection script. And now this part is what you're going to write, where it pursues the player. And this will be another script where, have we reached the destination? Has the enemy reached the destination? If they have, then keep on doing this process, go back to the detection and checking for them. But it's all independent, so I've actually taken this system and really simplified it. I've broken it all up into pieces. So this one is one script, this is another script, this is another script that you're going to write in the next video, and here's the wonder script as well. So this is just, I thought I'd just show this to you because this is a little bit of how I try and plan things out to sort of build a system. I need something to start from. Otherwise I'm just, just be making stuff and no way to actually check the logic that it actually works. So I always recommend that you do draw something when your systems are getting a little bit more complicated, and then when you start coding it, it'll end up looking quite different anyway. But anyway, okay, let's keep going and let's write that script. Okay, so I'll write the enemy nav pursue script right now. So enemy nav pursue. And I'll just start with the variables private enemy master, private nav mesh agent, my nav mesh agent, private float check rate, private float next check. And that does remind me, I do need to make a little bit, I will add 2 new booleans to the enemy master script. So head back to the enemy master script and add 2 booleans. Public bool is on route and public bool is nav paused. Okay, so these are very important, and you're going to see, because this is what the navigation system will rely on, the condition of these 2 booleans. Alright, so going back, I won't need the start method, and I'll have 2 new methods here. So void try to chase target, and void disable this. Okay. Right, so in its set initial references, I'll say enemy master is get component, enemy master, and nav mesh agent. Well, for that, first of all, if get component nav mesh agent is not equal to null, then in that case, nav mesh agent, no, not that, my nav mesh agent rather, is equal to get component nav mesh agent. Okay. Then I'll just set that, set initial references, and I might as well, while I'm at it, enemy master dot event enemy die plus equal disable this. Okay, so in disable this, I'll say if my nav mesh agent not equal to null, then my nav mesh agent dot enabled is equal to false, and then separately this dot enabled is equal to false. So the update method won't keep running on and on. In update, I will say if time dot time is greater than next check. Oops, there we go. Then next check is equal to time.time plus check rate. Oh, and I just remembered something. I should set that check rate as well. So I should give it a value. So check rate is equal to random.range 0.1f to 0.2f. Okay. So that'll be my check rate. Now I need to actually go ahead and just call that method here, try to chase target. Okay, so here I'll say if enemy master.myTarget not equal to null and my navmesh agent not equal to null and not enemy master dot is nav paused. So nav pause will get set when the enemy is struck by something. So if they're hurt, then their navigation will be paused for a little bit so that they don't continue to follow the player while they're hurt. Okay, so my navmesh agent dot set destination, that will be enemy master dot my target dot position. Okay. And I want to call the event that the enemy is walking now and to say that they're en route, but only do that if they're far away enough from the player, well, their destination rather. So to do that, you check if my navmesh agent dot remaining distance is greater than my mesh agent dot stopping distance, not stopping distance. That's better. Okay. So if that is the case, I'll say enemy master dot call event enemy walking. This will cause the walking animation to start playing. And enemy master dot is en route is equal to true. They're going somewhere. This is very important. Okay, I think I've actually got that done. Looks like it's complete, actually. So, how about I go to Unity, attach it on. Just put that there. Apply. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so let me just get rid of the blocks. Right, they can see us and they start pursuing. And what just happened there? Looks like they got stuck in something. Oh no. They're not stuck. You see, that's the next video actually. That's what I was wondering. Why is he still walking? What's he still walking for? It's because next video I'll write the next script, which is to check if we've reached the destination. So in fact, the golem has reached the destination and they've come up to the player, they've walked to the player, but they just keep on walking. So we need to write another script that checks when they've actually reached their destination. Okay, and actually, already the player can hide. If I have a look at that, you can see that they've lost their target because I went behind the wall and the line cast couldn't see the player. So then they pretty much couldn't, well, they couldn't see the player. Now another thing I need to do is, just to make it more interesting, while we're at it, while we're here, make another cube, call this one wall, call the original one wall. There we go. And, well, make this one wall as well. And take it, move it, change the rotation to like 90 degrees, bring that back. Something like that. Okay. And for both of them, set them to static. Go to navigation, rebake it. Good. Now it'll be part of the nav mesh for the golem. Going back, now if we hit play, now we get a bit more interesting sort of behavior where they aren't just getting stuck inside the wall. So let me run behind and hide. There you go. So you can see the golem can't see the player and he's just, well, animating on the spot. Right. So excellent work. So in the next video, I will write the script for checking to determine, have we reached the destination? And that's pretty much it. Alright, so thanks for watching and see you in that video.